Hello, my name is John Rosebush. This will be the fifth video that I produce on powering the planet. The first four videos, I produced them in order to attempt to educate and inform the public about the issues and challenges that our world is facing on powering our planet in the future. This video is going to be a little bit different. I want to talk a lot more about my new energy invention and its capabilities. But before I do that, I'd like to discuss some of the issues and challenges facing us with powering the planet. You know, we're using up our fossil fuels. 86% of our planet is powered by them, and we're using them up like there's no tomorrow. We're just consuming them at such an alarming rate that we're going to run out of them. And it's critical. These resources are critical. We need them. You know, we're not going to replace asphalt. We're not going to replace plastic. These are things that our modern society is counting on, and there's no replacement for them. So, but for powering our planet, it's critical that we stop this and we start powering our planet through alternative energy, not just for climate change, but for the long-term health of our planet. You know, I could just imagine if some aliens landed our planet right now and said, well, it's not that great of a planet. They don't have they have very few carbon resources. If we keep consuming them another 30 years, there'll be hardly any. And so we need to protect that. We need to make this a healthy world. And I keep making these videos to attempt to let people know that. This transition period from fossil fuels to alternative energy is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to take 30 years. So we need to start it now. So let me go back into my new energy invention. I want to read a list here of some countries and the energy potential that these countries have with this new energy invention. It took me about 3 or 4 hours per country, and they're tinier countries. So I actually went through most of the country and come up with some magnitude order estimates. And I thought it was important for me to let you know what I've come up with. Mexico, I believe, can create 2 terawatts power. Spain, 900 gigawatts power. Argentina, 2 terawatts power. Italy, 1 terawatt of power. France, 750 gigawatts power. Pakistan, 3 to 4 terawatts power. South Africa, 1.5 to 2 terawatts power. And Congo, 50 to 100 gigawatts power. Now, these are smaller countries, and so I could go through it myself. But I spent 3 or 4 days on going through China, and I kind of want to share that with you because of the results. China has about 4,000 places where it could create about 50 gigawatts power. Could be 40, could be 60, but about 4,000 places. It also has about 5 or 6 places where it could create a whole terawatt of power. And there's many, many places it could create 5 or 10 gigawatts of power. That says that China could produce about 200 terawatts of power. Now, that is 10 times what the planet produces today. United States and India are very comparable. They could do about the same. I'm guessing. I haven't looked at them in detail, but I would venture to say they're very close. So that's how much power potential this energy invention has. And it just solves so many issues. It actually does solve water shortages. We can build desalination plants. It helps with food shortages. We'll quit growing biofuels as much. We may need to in the future some, but we'll make sure that we do it intelligently. And all this takes is for someone to step up and validate it. That's all it takes. Now, you can say, well, this is just some guy's idea. Well, 3 of us validated the power projections. 2 of them were engineers, and 1 of them had extreme math skills. Now, we all took the invention itself, and we separately worked on it, the power projections. And to be truthful, we did it, each one of us did it 3 different ways. But we come within 10% of each other with the total power projections. Then I reduced those power projections by almost 60% to be uh, to to make room for errors or make room for mechanical losses or just any unknowns. And so I was very conservative with the numbers, very conservative. So this energy invention may be able to produce a lot more. I don't know, but I do know that the estimates that I put out there are extremely conservative. Now we need to go forward with this, and I need someone to step up and validate it. You know, um, it's the most critical thing the world can do, and I'm doing everything I can to let the people be aware of it. So somebody will step up and assist me. I need assistance. This is way beyond me. How would you like to be an individual that knows that you can power this planet, but you're the only one that knows? Maybe a couple engineers do, and that you're attempting to bring together the world, and you're trying to do it in a very positive way that will um, help the poor and the middle class. That's where I'm at. And the only way, and I don't know people in the White House or Department of Energy or even people from GE or Siemens or anywhere. But I am trying to protect it until it can help the world in a healthy way. I don't want this used for countries to exploit one another or anything else. I want it used to help mankind. The only thing I have is good intentions. Now, I need your assistance. I need some patent attorneys. I need a couple engineers to step forward and help me. And we need to do this in order to save mankind. This isn't about greed. This is about attempting to save mankind in a very positive way. I think I am being the one person responsible with the knowledge that I have. So I do need your assistance. I'm going to end this video, and I hope you'll hear a lot more from me.